starting to warm up. Who else do we have? Christopher's on in the UK. Elaine's on in the UK. Olia's on in Poland. And Bart. Oh, Bart's out walking. He's not watching the show. All right, well, welcome everybody who's on right now. Thank you for being on ahead of time and waiting for me to get started here. I've been spending the morning cleaning up my phone a little bit, transferring some of the files onto an external hard drive. It's time to upgrade my phone. I've been having some issues with it of late, and I think maybe going to a newer model might be the answer. Give me a better quality camera too, so it might improve some of the videos that I have, but hopefully it will remedy the problem I've been having with my car show video. I've been getting other videos out, so that's been working fine, but reason I think there's a dead spot in my memory on this phone that is causing some issues with all the pictures and videos I took of that show. So that's what I plan on doing. I plan on trying to get this phone upgraded and then see if that works for me to get the car show video out, or videos. That was my plan, was to break it into 2 parts and do 2 separate ones. Hopefully it will work. Media, welcome from Finland. Stephen in Australia, welcome. 18 degrees in Falmouth right now. 12 degrees in Helsinki. Like I said, it should be about 23 to 25 degrees here today. Whether we will have rain on top of that, that's what they're predicting. But so far, no rain outside. It's just warming up. It's been an interesting few weeks lately. 19 degrees in Port Lincoln. Cool. 23 degrees in Nevada. A lot of things have been going on. Some car troubles with my wife's car, so that's been a bit expensive. Some work stuff, some parent stuff. Yeah, all sorts of fun things going on that cause for a bit of stress, but that's why I love my YouTube channel and my YouTube family too. I'm able to produce videos, get them out when the phone is working, and talk to all of you. Oh, David's on in Nova Scotia, 10 degrees there and cloudy. And he's doing a little sorting of stamps. Perfect. I've been doing a bit of a cleanup here too, tidying up with what needs to go on. I still have to figure out what I'm going to do with all my little packets of stamps and things. I watched Renee Lewis's video of late, and she showed her office, and she's got all these beautiful drawers all nicely organized. I've got drawers and things here, but they're all filled with stuff. So I got to figure out what I'm going to do next to organize some of the stickers and things too, so it's easier to find. The little rack you see there that I got for washi tape. Maybe you can't see it. Ta-da! It's mostly got stickers in it, rolls of stickers. There's some washi tape at the top. So I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with that, whether I want it to be washi tape, because washi tape comes in a variety of different sizes. So if it's too big, it won't fit in there, and if it's too small, it flops around. Those rolls of stickers, of floral things that I got, fit in perfectly. So right now, that's what I'm using it for. I have organized all the cards that I need to send out for people who have written to me. Thank you very much to all those people who have written to me. I have a list of people to go back. Bonjour, Alain. So that I will start to tackle a little bit of that hopefully this weekend. And we've got some cleaning to do around the house too, so that's going to happen. And then this upcoming week, I hope I'm going to have a bit more time to get caught up on all my mail. Tomorrow I want to do a little bit of post-crossing. So that's my plan for a video tomorrow, will be post-crossing and a little bit of decorating of cards, because I know some of you have expressed interest on how I decorate the cards for post-crossing. Olia says she's noticed it's been a little over a year since she's been actively involved in post-crossing and making videos. I have more mail from friends and yeah, it does go that way. Well, I find, especially, you're probably finding it with your YouTube channel too, I'm getting a lot more direct swaps and responding a lot more with that. I am still doing post-crossing. I did 5 or 6 last weekend. 2 weeks before that, I think I did 10 a piece on those. So I think I have 4 or 5 that I still can do. So I'm trying to manage it. I'm trying to respond in a timely fashion to anyone who's written to me. For the most part, if they don't leave their address, then that's fine. I won't respond to them, but I appreciate getting the cards regardless, because I got one from Michelle in Idaho this week, didn't have a return address. So I just thank her on the video for sending me a card. But yeah, you just kind of have to manage it. Postage rates are getting more expensive, and so there's going to be a point where I'm just going to be able to say thank you in the video for sending things to me, and not being able to respond as often. I do have a core group of people that I pen pal with back and forth, so I will continue to do that. And post-crossing, I'm just going to be filling in the addresses, not worrying about maximizing all the ones that are going out all the time. I don't think that's what the hobby's all about. So for me, it's not about that. It's about the communications, the connections that I have. I've been getting some lovely messages from people that have gotten my cards and registered them through Postcrossing. So I'm going to continue to do that. But I'm not going to have to feel the stress of, if I've got 26 cards that I can send, to have to send all 26 that week. I'm just going to do it as need be. Hello, Jamie. Welcome. Yeah, it's great, Ollie. You've made a lot of new friends. That's what I have been doing too. We're meeting new people here all the time through live streams, and new people are watching my stamp videos or watching my post-crossing videos, or just my daily activities that I go and do, so thank you. Am I a techno fan? I don't listen to a lot of techno music, but I wouldn't say that I am not a techno fan either. I am pretty easygoing with a lot of the music that I listen to. If it makes me have an emotional reaction to it, I enjoy listening to it. I don't listen to a lot of country music, I must admit to that. There is a little bit of crossover country that I listen to from time to time, but I don't listen to a lot of that. I do listen to a bit of rap music from now and then, just because of influences, either stuff I used to listen to way back in the day or stuff my son's listening to now, but it's not one of my favorite styles. So techno, if it's on, I'll listen to it. Did I have a D&D session this week? Yes, on Tuesday nights we still play D&D, so that's kind of for every night we play D&D. So yeah, Tuesday I was out playing, and I'm enjoying that too, getting a chance to be out and having a bit of social time. For a long time I didn't do a lot of that. I mean, yes, I go to festivals and I film things and you see me out doing that stuff, but getting together with a group of friends on a regular basis, I haven't been doing it. I've been doing other stuff. So it is great to be able to go out and do that. And you can see here, that's my pack now that I take for D&D. And it's really cool. This is one of the things I bought from Temu that I showed not too long ago. It zips out nicely. Inside, pencil, eraser, D&D book, my little dice rolling thing that I showed you, and then on this side I have all my dice. So it's perfect, easy to take with me when I go out. Before, I was taking a little Ziploc bag filled with my dice, and then I had a pencil I put in a pocket, and I had a book here, and I had a pad of paper there, and so it's all kind of fits in nicely into this. And easy to store too. Oh, poor Bart injured his paw this week. Glad he's feeling better. That's good. The gentleman's house that I go to play D&D with, his dog as well injured his paw this week. They were out in the woods in the back and stepped on a stick and got a gash between one of his pads, so I'm glad that he's doing better too. Good morning, everyone. 18 degrees. Where are you, Lone Al Mundo? That's a big pink hand. Thank you. So yeah, so every week has a few different challenges, a few different hurdles that we all have to overcome. This week was no exception. I know looking forward, they're talking about May 22nd as being that deadline date for them to try to get a contract with Canada Post. So everyone's talking about a potential continuation of the strike that disrupted things in December. I hope that is not the case. I do not want to go back out on strike. I just want to carry on working and enjoy my summer and do things that way. So hopefully that gets resolved. Oh, you just changed your YouTube channel name. Okay. Well, that makes sense with plans for your future. So thank you, Carla. Glad that you've updated everyone. Let us know who is lurking in the background. Sarah's on real quickly, but she's at her brother's wedding. Congratulations to your brother and his new bride. Hopefully it is a fun occasion. You guys have lots of fun as a family and friends to get together and celebrate. Thank you for popping on and saying hello. Christopher's just gone through county and local council elections on Thursday this week. Hopefully, Christopher, you're happy with the results. Seems like there's been a lot of elections and things lately. Australia, I heard, has just had elections too for their prime minister. Rob, you have some miniatures from WizKids. I don't know what that is. Oh, is Kevin also an RSMC? Well, welcome. Do I have a hope that things get resolved between the union and the corporation before May 22nd? Yes, I do hope that there is. Am I feeling confident about it? No, I'm not feeling confident about it because it doesn't sound like either side have really been talking since they were forced to go back to work. So I just want to keep working. And I don't think strikes are the answer. There's got to be another way to resolve things, either through binding arbitration, a third party to let us know what we can do that both sides won't be happy with, but it will keep us going. Stephen said Labor got back in. They had federal elections today. Yeah, I heard that. Carla's taking care of her oxalots. Since it got a little hot today, I need to make sure that their tank is cool enough, okay? Yeah, Carla sent me a picture of her new pets, and very cool. I hadn't really heard a lot of them. I'd heard of the name before. I showed the picture to my wife, and she said, oh yeah, those are the fish that look like they're smiling at you all the time. So she knew what they were. She even knew the name right off the bat. So if some of you may have noticed that I put out a video today. Now, I don't normally put out a video on Saturday, but because Thursday was May 1st, I wanted to put out Stamp of the Month, and so that kind of bumped my father's stamp collection that always comes out on Thursday, so I put that video out today. So for those of you that were watching my videos on the Americas, one did come out today. Well, Ida Marie's on, welcome. And she's at the Washington Cathedral Flower Mart. Very cool. You'll have to tell me more about that. D&D Miniature Whiz Kid. No, I don't know what that is. Is it a bunch of, is it a place you can buy miniatures? Is it an online store? I have a bunch of miniatures from when I was younger. I think there's actually one even back in here. I don't know if you can see him very well. Right there, yeah. He's missing an arm. There's a giant in there. But that was back from 25 years ago. I haven't done anything with miniatures in a long time. Gary's on from Surrey, British Columbia. I have a gentleman at work who has a 3D printer who is going to be designing a character for me that I can bring to D&D night. Right now I'm just using one of the ones that the guy who's hosting it, Garn, has, so that's really good. But I used to paint miniatures a long time ago. My skills probably aren't as sharp as they once were, nor are my hands as steady. Not that I've ever really had steady hands for painting small little miniatures, but it was fun. Next Saturday is the stamp show again. Another month has passed by, so next Saturday I'll go to that and hopefully find a few more bargains and a few more things to add to the collection that I can show you for upcoming countries. I made my list today of all the upcoming countries that I probably will need over the next month. I'm getting some nice messages about countries that are putting out some cool stamps coming up. France has got some one-piece stamps coming out that I'm super excited to see. I saw some really nice ones. Steven sent me an updated bulletin of what the Australian Post is putting out. Some really beautiful coral stamps are coming out. Some nice shape stamps, as always, are there too. So really nice to see that countries are continuing to press the boundaries and show new images and new shapes and even new textures to stamps. Star Wars Day is tomorrow, May the 4th. So for those of you that may celebrate by either watching some movies or, I don't know, getting dressed up or wearing your favorite Star Wars t-shirt or however you decide to do it. I got a nice card on Friday. You would have seen that in the video of Emperor Palpatine. So that was kind of nice from Kathy in Ontario. Gary's going to go to a stamp show in Burnaby next Saturday as well. More stamps you don't need. That's part of it. Is that I get them now for the purpose of showing you what's out there. But I know there are a lot of people that get them just to hoard them into their collection. I have lots of things that I have for giveaways coming up to, ideas and things, so I'll be looking for stamps for that. So that's one of my purposes of having stamp shows, is being able to help fill up the giveaways. This month's giveaway is on Europa stamps, so if you did go into watch Stamp of the Month or you haven't yet, but make sure you go into the comment and put the word in so you can be a part of that giveaway. Carlos says axolotls are salamanders. It reaches adulthood without undergoing a metamorphosis. Instead of taking it to the land, adults remain aquatic and gilled, and they have the ability to regenerate limbs and gills, etc. That's pretty cool. Joseph actually got to watch the video on Honduras today, so yeah, it was kind of nice. Not a lot of stamps from there, but I thought I had a lot more. But as I stated in the video, I thought British Honduras, when I had those stamps, and so did my father, because he had them labeled in the same place, became Honduras. But of course, it is Belize. So all the stamps I had collected from British Honduras, I pushed over into my Belize section, and maybe I'll have to do a video on that in the future. Carla's going to the movies with her brother later. Awesome. Hopefully you go see something fun. Media says Finland's getting a new Moomin stamp next week, or multiple stamps maybe. Be excited to see what those look like. Yeah, when you think of Moomin now, you think of Finland. 4 years ago, before I got into Postcrossing, I had no idea what Moomin were. So now, mostly thanks to Media, I have a pretty good idea what they are. I still have never seen the cartoon. At one point in time, I probably will have to search it out and see if I can watch some. Get to know those characters a little bit better. One other thing I was researching today while I was sitting here transferring files and stuff, I was looking at Taobao, which is the Chinese version of Amazon that seems to be sweeping the nation, sweeping the world. So I was looking at that and looking at the different ways in order to switch it over so you can read it in English. There's some translations and you can break it down by country. Because you never know, there are all sorts of different places we have to look for shopping going forward. And we're all looking to try to save some money. How many Moomin stamps are out there now, Media? If you don't know, I certainly don't know either. There have been a lot of stamps that have come out with Moomin on them. Rob, what is a die cut stamp? I don't know, but Stephen in Australia may know that answer. Or there may be some others that have that knowledge. I'm not sure what a die cut stamp is. Gary said last month, Alderney issued a set of 6 blonde hedgehog stamps. Wow, didn't know that. I'm bringing up my Google here just to see. A die cut stamp is cut to a shape. So anything that is not a traditional rectangular stamp is considered a die cut stamp. Is that correct, Stephen? The strange case of blonde hedgehogs in Alderney. Interesting. All right, now we're gonna see what the stamp looks like. Item Marie's got to go. All right, well, thank you so much for joining, and enjoy the flowers. Five or 6 new Moomin stamps are being issued next week alone. And here, I'm going to flip this around so you guys can see what I was looking at. Blonde hedgehog stamps. Pretty cute. Good morning, Lauren. Welcome from British Columbia. Mother's Day is coming up next. Yep. Happy live stream day. Happy live stream to you as well. So thank you for telling me about the hedgehog stamps. Very cool. We'll see if one day that they end up in my collection. Another big waving hand from Olia in Poland. It was nice to see the winner of Stamp of the Month for April is from Poland. So I'll have a packet to do up and send off on Monday for him. That's the information we need, Stephen. Thank you so much. Hopefully that helps Alain. So most die cut stamps are self-adhesive. Even regular stamps can be die cut. It means the stamp is cut out rather than printed off with perforations that you can tear apart. Makes it very easy to understand. So thank you so much. Roger says, this month Greece issues their Europa set of stamps. And I think Media had said that Finland's is coming out too very soon. So for those of you that collect the Europa series, and those of you who don't know what the Europa series is, you can go check out Stamp of the Month, because that's what this month's theme is all about. And thank you to Stephen for pushing me in that direction to talk about it. So you've helped increase my knowledge too. Gary said Guernsey just issued 2 new Europa symbol stamps on their set of 6 archaeological finds. That's the theme, is it not? If I remember correctly, yeah, National Archaeological Discoveries. That's the theme for Europa this year. Yeah, I would say that all the stamps that Canada Post is issuing these days are all die cut, based on what Stephen gave us as an example. Other than, well, even those ones there, I was going to show you, those are self-adhesive and not tear away either, so that doesn't count. Only 2 of the 6 have the symbol, okay. May 9th is Europe Day, so Finland's getting their stamps out on the 7th for Europa. Good to know, Stephen. Thank you. Stamp shaped like the Rock of Gibraltar, really cool. It'd be very weird perforations to try to get that out cleanly without tearing the stamp. For those of you that follow Caroline, or Paper and Postcrosser, on YouTube, or at her shop for Postcrossing stickers and things, she just celebrated 19 years as a Postcrosser. I think that's a major achievement. So congratulations to her, being Postcrossing that long. Almost from the very beginning. I noticed I got something pop up on my my screen platform for YouTube saying that it's their 20th anniversary. So it's amazing that YouTube's been around 20 years. Hard to believe. I've been doing it pretty consistently now for 4 years, but have been on the platform longer than that, of course. Did I miss a question? I'm not sure why Media took away her comment about stamps being issued on May the 7th. Maybe they're not. All the little hearts, is that you, Olia, that's coming up the side of my screen? What's the genesis that got me starting making videos on YouTube? Well, it's kind of the crux of the name, too, of why I'm called That Dad Guy. Originally, there was a challenge that went around, oh, I don't know how many years ago it is now. 8 years ago, maybe? That was to raise awareness for PTSD in soldiers. And it was a push-up challenge. You were to do 22 push-ups a day for 21 days or 22 days. And so at the time I was in karate. Both my son Ari and I were doing karate together. And a guy at karate asked me to do the challenge. And I didn't really want to do just push-ups every day. That wasn't my thing. So I thought I would do a kind of a storyteller, make up a skit, and then always finish doing the push-ups. My push-ups weren't great, so I wanted people to be focusing more on the other things. So that's what I did. I started 22 push-ups. I think it was 22 in 22 days consistently. And I started a YouTube channel because I wanted to involve my kids in it too. Having Ari and Dea be in the videos, or something that would incorporate them. Maybe they'd be filming And so that's how I started. I started doing 22 push-ups a day. I did 22 skits. And then I challenged Ari to do the push-ups. So we did 22 more skits with him. And then I challenged Dea after that to do. So we had 66 videos that started this YouTube channel, That Dad Guy, about push-up challenges. And then it went dormant for a very long time until 2021 when I had a foot injury at work. I had to be off my feet, so I was getting bored around the house, so I decided I would start reading kids' stories. My kids were older now, but I had all these great stories that were around, books that they loved, and so I started reading those. And then a lady at work said while I was off, I should look into postcrossing, so I did. So I decided that I would start videotaping my postcrossing experience and putting that up. And that just melded into, well, let's talk about what's happening at the post office and what do I do as a job and what adventures we've been up to or what festivals are coming to the city. And then stamp collecting was a natural fit into that. And that's what happened with That Dad Guy. It started as a push-up challenge ages ago, I think in 2007, somewhere in that range. And no, maybe a little later than that. But either way, that's how it started, and then it just morphed into what it is now, and it keeps changing, I guess. So I'm glad that you guys are along for the ride. All right, what did I miss during that whole storytelling? Steven says Australia issues lots of stamps, both ordinary with gum and self-adhesive gum. Self-adhesive gum are die cuts. Examples can be distinguished with magnifying glass. SSC Unitrade catalog for die cut. Joseph said he watched some of those early videos with me in different costumes. Yeah, I had a bunch of different ones. I played Forrest Gump in one. We did ninjas. We did I don't know. Did a lot of different things. And Bob the Builder. Yeah. They were a lot of fun to make, and good memories going back and looking at them too. Wayne's World. Hans and Franz. And the memories too of the kids being that young and performing, doing things. My daughter was the one who was the actress and was in all sorts of plays and musicals and things like that. That wasn't my son's thing. But when we got him into doing these videos with me, he stole the spotlight in some of the videos. He was right into it, loved doing it. Dea didn't want to do them nearly as much. Now, she didn't really want to do the push-ups, but she didn't want to do the acting much either in those videos. So it was interesting to see that. She was much more, and continues to be a little bit more, wants to be behind the scenes. If I shoot a video today, she's not likely to be in it as much as my son will. Anybody know the latest news on Unitrade? No, last I'd heard that 2025 was going to be the last catalog they put out. So has that changed? Have you heard? Are they continuing to make them? Now, for those of you who don't know what we're talking about, this is a Unitrade catalog. So it's an older one, 2014. I picked it up at a stamp show. I've seen 23s and 25s and all those, but this is under construction, does it? Okay, so we'll see what happens. Those are the sort of things I do like to look for at the stamp show, at the auction. If I can pick up one cheap, you know, they're about $50 or $80 brand new. So if you can get one for 20 bucks or less, that's a good deal. And if it's more modern, that's awesome. Same with my Scott catalogs. They're from 2009. I would love to get something, a set that was newer, but I'm not willing to pay $400 for a brand new set or $800 for a brand new set. So that set I got for 20 bucks. That's my cheapness. The person running the Unitrade website retired. Okay. So maybe that's, no one's been able to pick up the mantle and continue it on. So you have more information on it, Gary, than I do. And I know you can get a lot of those catalogs and things online. I still like to have the tactile experience of opening up a page and looking. When I'm doing research on specific stamps or something, yeah, I'm online and I'm Googling it that way to try to get as much information. Gary says he has the 2023 Unitrade, and he picks up the 2025 at the library. That's what my dad used to do too, get the most recent ones that the library had and just borrow them when he needed them. It's nice for me to have a copy of, yeah, if it's a stamps newer than 2009 is not in there, but there's a lot of stamps before 2009 that are in there that aren't changing, and I'm not looking at them for the value, I'm looking at them for the stamp and the Scott numbers and things. I use them the most when I do stamp versus stamp with Smokey, because we have challenges and we need certain stamps or we're looking for certain things. That's when I go to the catalogs. See, we've dipped down to 12 people watching and 11 thumbs up, so we're almost even there. We did have more people on earlier. I didn't see what it maxed out at so far, if it was 18 or somewhere in that range. Oh, I hadn't heard that. Gary said the track in Miami is very wet and the sprint race might get delayed. I know that Antonelli was sitting pole position for it today, but I hadn't heard that it was raining there. I hadn't looked what was going on. Christopher's using a 2010 Stanley Gibbons set. So you're kind of in the same range that I am with your catalogs. I am hoping one day my channel will be well known enough that maybe Scott or Stanley Gibbons or one of those catalog companies will reach out to me and will want to donate a set to me. Fingers crossed. Okay, I've got to change the picture in the background. I've got the blonde hedgehogs here, so update that. Joseph's working with older Scott catalogs as well. Oh, hey. I've got a couple new subscribers to the channel. It pushed me up to 2,260. So thank you to whoever's been subscribing. We're on our way to get up to that 2,300 mark. Gary's Go Leafs Go. Yeah, they finished off the Senators, and my poor Montreal Canadiens have been finished off by the Washington Capitals. I see St. Louis that has pushed Winnipeg to go to a Series 7 game, so hopefully some of these Canadian teams go through. Edmonton beat LA, so they've gone through to the next round. David, are you saying you could have bought a catalog for 50 cents, or you were just was renting them? If you could buy a 2020 Unitrade for 50 cents, that'd be awesome. They do have a national lottery in Canada. I don't play, so I'm not likely to win. I think there's a key component there. I think you have to play in order to win. I'm not much of a gambler. Steven's working with a 1998 Stanley Gibbons, so he's for the oldest catalog so far. Yeah, the winnings are tax-free in Canada if you can manage to win. Oh, you bought all of them for 50 cents each. Wow. Could have had two 2019s. All right, well, that's the deal. I had to remove that gentleman's horrific messages. Gary keeps looking for older catalogs to go on sale. Yeah, someone bought these from a library in Halifax and then ended up putting them in our auction. That's how I ended up getting them. You have a Stanley Gibbons catalog from 1929. Wow, there's a classic. Yeah, it's a very good idea. Watch libraries when they're getting rid of their old sets, because they don't want to have those many books all at the same time. Yeah, I'm sure that 1929 catalog would be very interesting to see. Probably be very delicate, the paper. Being almost 100 years old. Right place at the right time, I should say, David. Yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't be as many stamps in a 1929 album. But there would be some interesting country names that no longer exist. Alain, if you're still watching, I noticed that early on you messaged and said, "What's Postcrossing?" You'll have to go look at one of my videos and see. Oh, Check Stacker's here. Welcome. Welcome back. That way you can find out all about Postcrossing. Or go to postcrossing.com. It's all free. Gary, that's good to know that you can go online and get all those old catalogs too from your library. I should wander down to my library again one day and find out when their day is that they sell off the old stuff. What's for dinner? You mean what's for lunch? I think it's lunchtime, or should I start thinking about supper? Supper, Lauren, I think is going to be what we call hash. So we've got leftover steak from the other night. We put potatoes and onions with it and put it all together, and that's kind of have a leftover meal. So I think that's what we're having. You're going to be here for dinner? That'd be awesome if you would. But tease, tease, tease. Gary reserves the catalogs and goes picks them up. Yeah, I like it. I mean, you can't go wrong with steak and potatoes, can you? In any form. So it's not one of Ari's favorite. He likes the steak part. He doesn't like the potato part. But I don't suspect he'll be here for supper anyway. So the weekends, he's usually pretty busy. Christopher picks up the free books from his library when they get rid of them. You must have a good sized book collection as well then. I don't need any more books here, really. If I got a newer set of catalogs, I'd have to put that set of catalogs in the auction just to make space for it. Gary's cooking tonight on the barbecue. All right, cook something delicious. At one point in time, I would have said there's no such thing as too many books, but as space starts to clutter around, or you start to think, we don't need a house this big, what are we going to do with all this stuff? You start to think of how are you going to downsize? What are you going to downsize? What you think you can live without? And And there's a number of books in there that I think we probably could downsize from. And then I go off to Costco and I bring home Lego that I haven't built because I haven't built the stuff from before. So it's a conundrum. It's a hoarding habit is what it is. You see things and you want to buy, and you don't have the money to buy it, but you buy it anyways. So there are some things there I got to work on. Control is one of those things. Just got another card, shows that it has arrived for Postcrossing, and another subscriber has popped on too. 2,261. It's all popping up just off the screen here. That's why I can see it. Lauren, you must be getting ready. If you're just getting home from work, then you must be getting ready to go to bed, or are you just getting up and starting your day? What's happening out in BC with Gary's out in BC too, starting his day? Yeah, all collectors can be guilty of a little hoarding or buying when you don't need to buy. But it is something that I really want to work on, that I don't want to have my collections become an issue, become a problem around me. I also don't want them to become a financial burden. I like to be able to share. That's the great thing about the stamps, is I'm sharing them right away. The Lego right now is just sitting in boxes. I've got a bunch of nice F1 Lego cars, the little models that have come out now, that I've just been buying them. But I'm not sure where I'm going to put them yet. Egg McDavid's. Lauren's just getting up, all right. Well, hopefully you guys have a good day today. I hear you're looking for a land, a place to call your own. So hopefully you find what you're looking for. Or maybe you're just trying to find a place for a barn so you can get some horses. That too. Christopher and his wife have gone back to Slimming World, and we have 12.5 pounds in a month. That mean between the two of you, you've lost 12.5 pounds? Is that what you're telling me? That is on my to-do list too. Land in a house. Fingers crossed, Lauren. $200 days. Wow. It's a long time for a postcard to travel from the US to the Netherlands. It went somewhere else first. You've each lost 12.5 pounds. Well, congratulations are in order. That also is on my to-do list. I got a call from my doctor this past week, and my cholesterol is a little bit up. Not in the high zone, but in the high of the medium zone. So they said, you know, control your diet. They sent me some stuff to do for that. And part of that, I think, is shedding a few of these extra pounds that I put on through the winter. Probably didn't help being at an all-inclusive in Jamaica and eating as much as I did while I was there too, and then coming home and doing my blood work. So yeah, I'm gonna try to control things a little bit, shave off a few pounds too. And I found 4 boxes of Lego in the garbage. Well, I hope you saved it. Can't believe someone would throw it away. Do I do a lot of walking on my post routes? No, I drive most of the time. So I have my car with my post light on and my sign, and I drive from box to box or house to house. So not really a lot of walking in that. We do about an hour a day in the evening, 45 minutes to an hour of walking, my wife and I. So we need to make that more consistent. Now that it's summertime, the weather will be better, so we will do it more evenings. And we've got to add in some more things here and there. I'd like to add in a bit more weight training. We have some gym equipment in the basement, so I'd like to do a little bit of that. But there are some easy things I know for myself that I can do to lose some weight. I can cut the pop intake out, the milk intake, and the bread intake. Those are all things that I like to drink or eat, and they all add to a weight gain. So I probably will reduce what I'm doing in those. Olia would like to have a train, an old train on a postcard for her birthday, May 23rd. So I'll send that out there for those of you who can do that. Yeah, Joseph, here, letter carriers will do the same thing. They'll drive their truck, they'll deliver door to door, and then get back in the truck and do the next section. Here, most of the boxes, most of the houses aren't door to door anymore. They're in community mailboxes. So even our letter carriers, unless there's a door to door delivery, will just drive to the community mailboxes, deliver, and then move to the next one. Almost all my customers, with the exception of 4, are in community mailboxes, so that's what I do. There, Anolia has put her address up for those of you that would like to send her train postcards for her birthday. Lauren's been doing Pilates workouts on YouTube, so that's another option. I know there are lots of different ways of keeping into shape, getting into shape, and there are lots of free options too that'll help you, whether it be following people on YouTube. There are apps that you can get too that help you, so we're going to try to do something. Both of us need to take care of ourselves if we expect to live long lives. We're at that age where we need to really check things. And I found a box of superhero Lego. Cool. Nice find. Roger says drinking grapefruit juice every morning helps lose weight. Also, I like grapefruit juice, so that would be good. Stephen is using tomorrow for correspondence. Christopher will send a postcard. Joseph will send you a postcard. You're going to get some postcards coming your way. I'll have to put you on my list. Gary still has door to door for him. There, I wrote your information you're looking for, Olia, down. Well, you must look forward to your birthday, Olia. It's a must. My father's birthday's next Friday. He'll be 92, so birthday season is around for a lot of people. My niece just subscribed to me. I got a message on there now, so sent her a quick message back there. Oh, well, you and your husband both celebrate birthdays very close together. It's a lot of partying all in a short period of time. you could be going to Poland. Well, if you're in an area close to Olia, maybe you guys will meet up. I know it's a big country and there's lots of people, so the chances are slim, but gotta throw it out there. I know Charmaine got a chance to go to Poland and she got a chance to meet up with Olia, so that would have been amazing. Well, we're coming up on an hour here, so we probably should wrap things up. And I probably should go off and see if I can upgrade my phone, so starting tomorrow, maybe I'll have a new device that I can be producing videos for you guys on. Appreciate everybody taking the time once again this Saturday to get together and chit-chat about whatever we decided we wanted to chit-chat about. A lot of stamps once again, I think. But that's going to be it for today, guys. You guys have a magical week.